My name is Christi Krizman. I am the Director of Organizational Development and Training at Promises Behavioral Health. We have 8 facilities currently across the United States and about 750 employees. So some of those are in a residential setting, and then we do have employees at the corporate office as well. So our residential employees are really not sitting in front of a computer all day, and then you have the corporate office people who really are more of the traditional clerical type staff. So we really have some of each when we're talking about kind of what the makeup of those employees look like. So before Promises had Blink, we really only communicated primarily through email. Of course, we had phones as well, but email was really the way we were communicating. But being in the especially behavioral health space, all of our patient information has to be transmitted via our work email. So things like engagement and celebratory things and morale boosters, those kind of things really weren't getting shared because the focus of email was really for sharing that patient information that people needed to do their job. So we really weren't able to do much in the way of engagement and sharing extra information that our employees want. So we did an employee communication survey in January of this year. And one thing that we found out was that people felt like they were getting what they needed to do their jobs and not much more. They didn't really feel connected to the larger organization. They didn't necessarily feel connected to their facility. And so that's what we were hoping to change. So once Promises got Blink, it became a lot easier to incorporate other information that we hadn't been giving out prior that people really wanted. So now we're able to do posts about birthdays and work anniversaries and press releases. And when we have new staff come in, we can put up staff welcome posts. We didn't really have a place for any of that before. So we're really getting to focus more on engagement and morale boosters that there just wasn't a place for before. So Blink's really opened up an opportunity for that. So Blink was able to help us solve a lot of communication issues by giving us a way to provide top-down information and side-to-side. So when I initially started looking for a communication platform, a lot of what I was finding was really great top-down pieces for communication, but I also wanted our sister facilities to be able to talk, people within those facilities to be able to get to know each other and connect, and then of course people at corporate connecting with people at the facility. So Blink did a lot to help the multi-directional communication that I wasn't able to find a lot of other places, and that email doesn't necessarily give either. I mean, during the pandemic, which things have been a little bit unusual, certainly not business as usual, in addition to being able to put out information about what's going on and how people should react to certain things within the facilities, I think one thing that's been a huge help is just being able to show what's going on at the facilities, to see that we're still staffing. You know, a lot of businesses right now are closing, people are hurting financially, businesses are hurting financially, but through Blink, we've been able to say, like, look, we're still hiring people. We have these expansion programs coming out. We can show them that despite a lot of uncertainty in the world, Promises is still moving forward and growing. And so I think that just being able to show those pieces have been really beneficial for people within the facilities and the corporate office to see that no matter what's going on in the world, Promises is still going strong. So I think one of the things I appreciate the most about Blink is that it is so user-friendly for both the user and the administrator. So I work with other platforms for other pieces, not naming any names, that are great for the user. And then from the admin side, you need an advanced degree to figure out how to run the program. And I love that Blink is just as easy for the admin as it is for the user. As well as the fact that I don't have to do much in the way of training. Blink is so intuitive that when I put new users in, I'll do a small demo with them, but I certainly don't need to do any kind of large sit-down training to walk them through how to use Blink. You put most people that have used any kind of technology in front of it, and they just know where to go because everything is set up in a way where everything is where you expect it to be. So just from a user perspective, Blink could not be easier to use, and having people in our organization from all experiences with technology, from people who are extremely savvy to people who would rather just use, a notebook and pen, everyone's been able to use it pretty confidently, which I think is fantastic. For anyone who's considering Blink, I would tell them to really look at their audience and how their audience takes in information. I will say when I was first looking at different platforms for internal communication, Blink was not the one I thought I was going to go with at first, but once I saw the demo, it was exactly how our organization needed to communicate. So I would say when you're looking for that kind of technology, go in with an open mind and really know what your team and what your organization needs. And for me, Blink was exactly that. It was the top-down communication, it was the side-to-side, it was an intranet, it was a chat feature. Everything that we needed was in one place. So as long as you know your audience and you know how they need to communicate and what they need, you'll be able to make the right choice.